Hundreds of protesters gathered in Bangkok defying new emergency measures. The decree bans mass gatherings after protests escalated over the past 24 hours. Huge crowds had blocked a major intersection in the capital's business district for much of the past day. Now, for more, we cross over live to Saksik Sombat in Bangkok, who's been following all the latest developments. Now, Saksik, so what's the situation like right now, and how did the protests compare to Wednesday's?
Well, as you can see nothing as this ambulance passes by, but then behind that you can see traffic has come back to normal, like nothing has happened. But just an hour ago, this intersection here in the heart of Bangkok was full of people. Thousands upon thousands of anti-government protesters have come here following the call of the people to demand the ouster of the government of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, despite the emergency decree banning gatherings of 5 or more people, despite the dispersal of the anti-government protest the day before that at Government House, and despite the fact that also several leaders of the protest movement have been detained and arrested, but that hasn't deterred them whatsoever. So that's why they came here out in droves, have occupied the street, but then also on the other hand, police have been rather hands-off, even though they also came out in force and have boxed in most of the protesters for quite a period of time. But nevertheless, it seems to be that at least this protest here at Ratchathmsong intersection has ended peacefully.
Right, as you just said, despite the decree, we're seeing a continuation of these protests. So what can we expect over the coming days?
Well, it looks like we can expect more of the same, because during the announcement of ending this protest, they have also announced next protest as well, which will be exactly in the same spot here at Ratchathmsong intersection at almost the same time on Friday afternoon. So the question, of course, will be now, will there be as many people, if not even more people, coming out here to protest against the government, or will be there less people, and maybe this whole protest movement could fizzle out? But it is very unlikely, because we have seen a series of anti-government protests since July, and as many as 4 in as many months have taken place, and each one upping the ante in terms of their demands, not only asking the resignation of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha, not only for a new constitution, but basically a vast wholesale change of the whole political system, including the monarchy, which has been unheard of until just a few months ago, that people are actually openly calling for accountability and transparency in the palace's dealings and decisions. And this is the first time in quite some time that we are seeing such open defiance against the political order, but also against the monarchy. And this is going to be a test of patience, not only for the protesters that want to see change, but also against the government and the authorities and those loyal to the monarchy that want to keep the status quo as it is.
Right, a tense situation and a test indeed. Thanks, Saksik from Bangkok.